All right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? It has been way too long. It has been entirely too long, over 3 weeks away from streaming, and I've been itching the entire time to get back. I've been itching so much to get back to Kaizo IronMon, which we're here for today. Get back to shiny hunting, get to some new stuff. I have some plans in the works for stuff I want to start streaming here on the channel, but that will all come in due time. Today we're just gonna kind of kick back, relax, and try and get a good run of Kaizo IronMon going. It has been a second since we've been here, so I got to get back into the swing of things, get back into the flow, and starting off strong today with this I almost said semi-sage, Pansage. Starting off strong with the Grass Monkey. Not the worst, not the worst. No, that's pretty bad. I was gonna say the stats are decent, but everything else is not too great. Yes, that is the name we want to go with. All right, let's get on skedaddling and moving here. How's everyone doing? How's everything going? What's been going on? I have had an eventful, very eventful last 3 weeks. That is for sure. It has been quite the ride. My word. I went to Chicago, Wisconsin. I've been here, there, everywhere, up to our wedding venue. It has been quite a quite an eventful last few weeks, and we are dead. Oh, we actually survived on one, but then our own sandstorm took us out. That's about how it goes. That's what we should be expecting here as we get back rolling into these challenges. I got to get back into the groove. I really do. You know, it's like with anything. You know, I can't form a sentence. That's how long it's been. I can't form a coherent sentence to actually talk about what we're doing, what's going on. It's kind of like riding a bike. Like, you never forget, but maybe you're a little rusty, a little wobbly when you hop back on it. But yeah, okay. This Gabite's kind of okay. The moveset's terrible, so never mind. You are not very good. Sure, why not? You can be Deck. But I'm certainly happy to be back. It was a fun, eventful 3 weeks, but I am ready to be back. Oh, I forgot. On top of let's see, it's like I went to the in-laws' house, and then we stayed there for a little while. Then we flew up to Chicago. Then we went to Wisconsin, and that was kind of like a work trip for Emily, but it was like kind of just fun and vacation for me. I just went up there to go along. We went back to Madison, which we lived there for a little while back in the day. Back in 2022, we actually lived there for a few months. We wanted to go back and visit, so we really enjoyed the area while we were up there. So it was nice to go back. Chicago is always interesting. That's like the 3rd time I've been to Chicago. Me in big cities, I'm just not a big city person. It's just a little too hectic for me, a little too chaotic, a little too much going on. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. We flew in there. We just kind of hung around the city for a couple hours, and then we had to drive over to Wisconsin because Emily had to go inspect something for work, and I was just hanging out. I'm so bad about stuff like this. I brought my actually no, I didn't. It was a different trip. You know, so many people will like shiny hunt on planes and stuff like that, car rides. I had plenty of time to do that. I could have been shiny hunting for hours on end during that trip between the flying and the driving, but did I bring any of my DSs? Not at all. Why does my camera look... The camera looked really washed out here for a second. Goodness. I don't know if all the settings are still... We're not getting anything good, my word. These are some terrible starters to begin the day. But you know, I could have been shiny hunting. I could have been making some progress on the Black 2, Black 2 Shiny Living Dex. I could have been doing all that. But instead, I decided I just wanted to relax and kick back and not worry about too much. So shinies have been a little, we haven't found a shiny in a hot minute. Need to get back on that. I want to do a shiny hunting stream here soon-ish. I don't know when that'll be, but I would like to do another shiny hunting stream whether it's for... Okay, so Suicune actually does apply here. This is a first for us. Normally, legendaries are completely banned. However, there is a rule in Kaizo IronMon per the the good old rules that says if you're randomly selected starter as a banned Pokemon, you must instead select another one. Oh wait, favorite clause. Okay, you may include up to one legendary Pokemon in your favorites clause. So, Suicune. I put Suicune in there. It is not the most broken thing in the world. Nothing about the Legends clause or the favorites clause says that it has to be like a contained legendary, like a weaker one. I just chose Suicune because it is my favorite legendary, other than Jirachi, but I decided not to go with Jirachi. I figured we'd go with one that's like strong like Suicune, but not too strong, so it's like what, 580 BST. But we actually do get to use a legendary for this run because Suicune is one of my favorites. Hopefully. Okay, we have an intimidating Suicune who is rather speedy. Not the greatest offenses, but we have Eruption and Hydro Pump. And we have Intimidate to help our defense even more. Okay, this is a Mon for sure. This is certainly a Mon. See if we can make this work. We call you Aurora. I don't know what Emily was clapping out there. Aurora? Pretty sure that's how you spell it, right? All right, Aurora, can you please make it out of this rival battle? It happens it's a slugma, so you would assume I am fine, but it happens way too often where I actually get a good starting Pokemon and I lose the opening rival battle, but today is not that day. We managed to make it through. If we get some good moves, I could see this thing making a run. I could certainly see it making a run. It is a pure water type, good defensive typing, Intimidate, incredible ability. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten Intimidate on anything that I can remember, at least. We have a good, strong stab move. Now, granted, low power points. We don't love that. We want higher base PP. But Eruption's good coverage for grass types. And we are pretty fast, so we should be able to take advantage of Eruption pretty often. Pretty reliably, I should say. But yeah, we went up to Wisconsin. That was a nice little week trip there. I highly doubt I'm going to run into anything that is worth pivoting to. But yeah, that was a nice little trip. Chicago, Wisconsin, all that. Did not get a deep dish pizza while up there in Chicago. A little bit disappointing. Now, Gardevoir would normally be a very, I would jump for joy to see a Gardevoir to pivot over to, but obviously it is not on Suicune's level. But yeah, we went to a place, Giordano's, something like that. And the whole point of going there was like, oh, deep dish pizza. And it's like 3 o'clock something. So you'd figure, oh, it's in between lunch and dinner. Probably not that busy. Nah, the restaurant's packed out the ass. And we asked about the deep dish and they're like, oh, it's like a 2-hour wait. Is a 2-hour wait at 3 o'clock? What's it like during dinner? Freaking 6 hours? That's crazy. So just got a, what do you call it? Italian beef. You know, the bear, all that. Tried that for, I think, the first time. I don't think I've ever had an Italian beef before. I'll run around and do the obligatory pivot check, but I don't see anything being better than an Intimidate Suicune. I do not see that. I do not foresee that in our future. In fact, let's check up here. This is really the only place that's worth making a pivot. Mammo. The game is certainly trying to tempt me. Sandstream Mammo is actually it is very tempting. Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of tempting. And we see that its level can fluctuate, so I'm pretty sure this can be level 11 as well. Now, granted, ground ice has a lot of weaknesses. Yep, and there's a level 11, all right. You got a lot of weaknesses there. You've got water, grass, fighting, steel, fire. A lot of weaknesses. So that is certainly an option, certainly something that in 90, probably in 99% of randomizers and 99% of runs, Sandstream Mammo would be just immediate, snatch it up, give it to me. That is what we're rocking with, but we were fortunate enough to start with good old Aurora instead. But yeah, then after we just kind of walked around, I guess it's downtown Chicago for a couple hours. Got some food, saw the bean. I've never seen the bean before. So that was kind of cool, kind of fun. And then that was basically it. Really didn't do too much else. Packed it up and then drove on over to Oshkosh, Sheboygan. Some of those names they always crack me up. Yeah, that's where Emily had to go inspect something for work. Basically had to go look it over and be like, okay, yeah, it looks good. And then we just spent the next, then we drove a little bit longer and went over to Madison, which is a beautiful, beautiful area. We would love to move on up to Madison, Wisconsin. It's a really nice area. And then after a few days of hanging out up there, just kind of revisiting the places we'd been back when we lived there for a second. And then we headed on back home. Had a pretty chill week at work. I truthfully could have streamed during the week after we came back, but I was kind of just wanting to chill. We were pretty go for like the entire week and a half beforehand, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a chill this week, and then the next weekend we drove on up to our wedding venue and spent a whole bunch of time up there doing a whole bunch of stuff. Quick card, no, we're good there. And then that was also a lot of driving, pretty tiring, but it was pretty cool. We got some details ironed out. We got to see the place a little bit more, kind of work out what we want to do, how we want everything to look and situate itself. Got to stay up there. It's somehow, some way, one of the guys that Emily, one of the older guy, the engineer that Emily's working under, that like is going to retire soon, and she's like taking over for him. He just happens to have a timeshare up where we're doing our wedding, so he had it for this week and let us stay in it, which was pretty cool. So we hadn't stayed on the property up there where our wedding is yet. We'd stayed locally nearby when we first looked at it, but it was pretty cool to actually get to stay there, kind of just hang out. We saw some bears. That was kind of neat. Oh, and another slugma. We were sitting in our car talking about like details to the wedding and stuff. Okay, well that could be a little annoying. We're sitting there talking about the details for the wedding, and I keep missing. And while we're just sitting there, I see something out of the corner of my eye. I thought it was like a person at first. So I look over and I'm like, oh my lord, that is a family of black bears. It was like a mama bear and 3 cubs. They were walking underneath the deck of the place we're staying and kind of walking up through the woods. And luckily we were just sitting in there talking, because like if we'd gotten, because like I could not see them until they came out from under the deck and started kind of walking up the hill. If we'd gotten out of the car like 5-10 seconds before that to walk down to the condo, we would have just been walking right over them, and that would have been kind of freaky. Just because like if it's a singular black bear, I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about 2 grown humans being able to scare it off, but like a mama black bear with 3 cubs, nah, I do not want to even remotely put myself in the situation of like having a bear be like, hey, don't mess with my kids. Not at all trying to deal with that. Of course, hit myself, but thankfully didn't go for anything of note. Let's see, when do I get my next move? 15. I guess this could be the one unfortunate thing about this Suicune is that we're not learning the most level up moves right now, and our two most usable moves are a bit unreliable in terms of the PowerPoint department. I keep getting confused. Come on. What are my offensive stats looking like? So physical attack is non-existent. We want to entirely be a special attacker. So yeah, that makes these other two moves even more useless. Gotta try and get comfortable. Gotta remember how to situate myself so my back doesn't hurt while I'm sitting here. I think I need a new chair. I just bought this chair not that long ago, but it just doesn't seem to be doing quite the trick for helping me out. Also dragons are a little bit of a nuisance for us. That is true. Didn't think about that. We run into like a Palkia or a Kingdra, we are pretty well and royally in the dirt there. Need to get ourselves an ice beam or something like that. Ice type move. Oh, hello, Mr. Slacking. Okay. Let's see, this is probably gonna do 0 damage. Yeah, you're a bulky boy. Ooh, life orb, that would be nice. Well, I guess actually not. Considering all the limitations on healing. Life orb actually would not be ideal. It's going to feel real bad if even this Suicune is not able to make a run. Like the one and only time we are able to use a legendary, and if this thing actually isn't able to make a run, that'd be pretty sad. Because it is actually, I don't think there are any non-legendary Pokemon that have 580 or close to 580 BST. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Like the highest BSTs I can think of for Pokemon that aren't legendaries are like Arcanine. It's what, 555. Obviously the starters are pretty up there. How Volcarona's is like decent, right? Like 540 maybe. Yeah, I don't think, other than this Suicune, I don't think we'll ever be able to use a Pokemon with this high of BST. We can get close maybe if we get lucky with some select few Pokemon, but 580 is, yeah, definitely pushing the boundaries of what we'll actually be able to use. Unless we were able to somehow, some way, catch a Pokemon that could evolve, and it evolved into a Pokemon like Slacking or something like that. All right. I'm a bit nervous about this first gym. I am. We only have 10 total power points, and there are 9 total Pokemon in the first gym, so we basically have to one-shot everything because we're also incredibly underleveled. I just realized that we are absurdly underleveled. Level 13, I guess maybe using legendaries is not, maybe Suicune's not the move purely from the fact that, like, we just are not getting levels. I did not even think about that. Because normally I'd be going into the gym right here at level like 17 or 18. Oof. This could get dicey. This could get dicey. Especially because we are not the most... Oh, I'm not trying to give you that to hold. I was trying to give you that to use. What am I doing? We're not that great on heals. Like, we have decent number of heals. This will definitely be dicey for sure. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Suicune actually doesn't make it through this gym. I would not be too surprised if Suicune did not persevere here, considering how underleveled we are and the lacking of moves. It really takes a second to get back into the swing of things. My word, 3-week break is no joke. I feel so out of it and so awkward. trying to form coherent sentences around what I'm doing. Alright, we need some weak Pokemon here if we want any shot at getting through this here gym. We need something weak, something a little baby. Tentacruel is not that. No, it is not. I think this is where we lose right here. Because we only have one move that does any damage to this thing, or that does non-resisted damage. I guess we're spamming Thief and seeing how far this gets us. Oh, okay. Tentacruel is a especially offensive monster. Good to know. Captain Marvelous, what's up? How's it going? I think I'm just gonna let this yeah, I'm just gonna let this run die right here right now. I mean, there's nothing I can do. This Tentacruel is clearly a wall. Oh, and you have Dry Skin as well. Cool. And Eruption's already too weak. So yeah, we just lost with the Suicune. Nice. Didn't even make it through the first gym trainer, my word. Even legendaries need even a legendary needs more optimal stat distribution and moves. It was unfortunate, but we shall move on. Yeah. This is a Mon, alright. This is certainly a Mon. I mean, we're fighting an Igglybuff, so you would hope that we can get through this battle. You would hope we could actually get through this. Hope is not our friend today. Hope is not our friend today. Okay, I'll take Lantern. I will certainly take Lantern. I think I would have preferred... not awful. I wish our special attack and attack were switched. That'd be really nice. With Stab Scald. I think this is how you spell Lumen. Or is it I? L-U-M. I'm honestly not sure how to spell lumen in any capacity. Like the, because what is a lumen? I know it's related to electricity. Is a lumen a measure of brightness? What? It's like in my head, I'm like, I know it's like associated with like light or electricity or something, which is why I associated with lantern, but I can't remember exactly what it is. Is it a unit of measurement for like brightness? Is that what it is? Like 1 lumen, 2 lumen? Think so, right? Anyways, that could also be how you spell the company in Severance is Lumen, but that might be L-U-M-O-N. Can't remember. Anyways, let's try and get through. We'll rock record this little ladybug right here. Oh, we immediately get a move. I will take that. Could Magnet Rise is interesting because it does give us an immunity to ground. But I don't see myself really taking the time to use that. We got Mamoswine again. Is this a sign to use Mamoswine? Had Mamoswine in the last randomizer. Okay. This grass is just filled with power. My word. It's like, I like having Stab Scald. I really do. It's a really nice stab move to have. But the lowered special attack is not ideal. We can jump up a clean, what is that? 70 BST by going to Mamoswine. Now granted, we take on a lot more weaknesses because what? Lantern's only weak to grass and ground? Whereas Mamoswine has like 3 more? Grass, water, fighting, steel, fire. But it's Mamoswine is the thing. It is a big Mamo. I feel you there. I feel you there. It has been entirely too hot and entirely too rainy. My goodness. It's like it's either insanely hot to the point that it's like just can't go outside, or it's so rainy to the point that you can't go outside. Basically, the outdoors is off limits. It's been off limits kind of recently. It has been just an interesting past few weeks. So let's try and let's scout you out. Oh, okay. Now the real unfortunate thing here is because we accidentally killed a wild Pokemon, per the rules, I have to now get an encounter on this route no matter what. Even though it was accidental, if you accidentally kill a Pokemon while trying to catch it, me no longer. Yeah, so I think even though it technically killed itself, but you know, I got EXP out of it, I think I am required by the rules to pivot no matter what. So we will just find another Mamo, and I can't leave the route either. I believe that is also part of the rules. I must stay here and get something. So we'll find another level 6 Mamo and hope we can catch it without it blowing up. All right, well, run over. Fun while it lasted. All right, let's get some heat. Okay, oh my lord. What a starter selection. You have freaking Giratina, who would have been off limits, but I would have had my my free choice between Jellicent and Scizor. Simply because of 4 times weaknesses, I would prefer Jellicent, not 4 times weak to anything, but I have been asking for a Flash Fire Scizor the entire time we've been doing this, so today might just be the day. Can we get a Flash Fire Scizor? No, we got Shield Dust, but we have a really good stat distribution. We have really good stat spread. Doesn't really help us if we run into any sort of fire move, we're dead, but and we don't have the best moves either, but we have a really good stat spread. In fact, our moves cannot touch a Giratina, so I don't think the Scizor is making it out of here alive. But in case that somehow is not true, we'll call you Snip. Yeah, unless this Giratina booms on us, I don't see us making it out of this battle. I guess we Frenzy Plant? Yeah, Autotomize. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Technoblast. You gonna let me win here, Hugh? You gonna give me the win? Not unless I knock myself out. He might just do it though. He might just let us win here. He does enjoy this. Alright, well I was wrong. Scizor could make it out alive. It just had to get lucky that the AI does not want to beat you. The AI tries really hard to not win this battle. Oh my lord, we getting levels on levels. So what is Shield Dust prevents? What it prevents secondary effects, right? Blocks the added effects of, yeah. So Shield Dust is a nice nice little move. Enjoy that. Can't be frozen or flinched from fake out or headbutts or anything like that. So it's kind of nice. Can't be paralyzed off body slams. So that's a good ability. It's a really solid ability. We need some better moves though. Really do. So we'll keep Scizor and try and make it work. We're not going to pivot at all. I like Crawdaunt. I wouldn't necessarily mind switching to Crawdaunt, but I don't want to give up these levels is the thing. I like having levels. It's real nice. Guess the bright side is we're a special attacker. This is actually the perfect stat spread. Like this is the ideal stat spread. We're fairly quick. We have pretty good bulk. We seem to have really good HP. You know, we have a solid special attack stat and our attack stat is low. Like this is about as ideal as you can get for a stat distribution for Kaizo IronMon. And honestly, this ability too is like the combination of stats and abilities. This might be the best Pokemon we've ever gotten, like all around. It is hard to say. Well, no, I mean definitely the Blaziken was the best thing we've had, but like it had a useless ability, and its stats could have been a little bit better. But like on paper, this is probably the best combination of stats and ability that we've had. Now we just need to get the moves to add to it. Knockoff is not it. Yeah, I might be... Tentacruel is certainly tempting. It's a pretty solid Pokemon. 515 BST is pretty nice. Find a Pokemon that can evolve by Waterstone, that could be something. Exploud, I like normal types, I do. I like strong normal types. Ooh, Superior. I like starters as well. I don't like grass types though. But if we run into a level 11 Superior, I don't know if I can really pass it up. Like, ooh, Alex, there's a lot of options. Never mind. Imposter is not. Imposter is never an option. Electrode, there's a lot of options in this grass, my word. Do I go Superior with the higher BST, but grass has a lot of weaknesses? Do I go level 11 Electrode, which is the highest level we can pivot to? So we lose the least experience by going to something like this. It's an electric type, so it's only weak to ground. 480 is a solid BST. You know, you'd prefer in the 500s, but 480 isn't bad. Probably gonna have to do a lot of scouting here to see if anything is worth pivoting to. So let's go for a Magnet Rise. So we see Swift. Now the real scary thing about doing pivot checks like this is that if anything we're fighting, and now we can't escape. Please tell me the Whirlpool wears off eventually, right? Like, this goes away eventually. I'm not stuck in here forever, I hope. Has weak armor. Does this ever wear? I feel like it has to wear off eventually, right? Okay, there we go. Now we run. So based on that moveset, I'm going to say no to Electrode. Although, honestly, thinking about it, Defend Order with weak armor is kind of an interesting combo. Because if it's already fast, like, we were faster than it, so it might not be the quickest thing out there. But let's say you, intentionally take a hit, like you're starting off the battle against the opening trainer, you know, gym leader, whatever. You intentionally take a hit to get the weak armor boost so we get faster, but then you defend orders to kind of offset the defense drops and increase your SPDEF. It's you know, it has some kind of like niche potential use to it. I don't think I would ever tempt it, but it has something. Fury attacks is Fury attack, I should say, not very good. Signal Beam's a solid move. Technoblast also solid move. Not high on the power points, but good damage. And Recycle, I think Recycle's banned. Can't get my berries back, unfortunately. So, you're fast though, you're really fast, clearly. It's hard to gauge the offenses because like we're really bulky. So it's hard to tell if that thing has like solid special attack or not. What else was up here? X-Cloud. There's also Tentacruel in this grass. I just don't like making pivots down there is the thing. I just don't like it. Oh my goodness. Where did my voice go? The levels down there are just too low for me to want to make a pivot. We'd basically be dropping from level 13 to level 6, which is not very fun. So let's try and check out X-Cloud. Because Mono Normal is also a really nice typing. And again, 480 is a solid enough BST. That is banned. Sing is annoying and not very good. There's. Okay, well, we're dead. Wow, we actually lived. How about that? I really thought we were goners. Unfortunately, I'm just not seeing anything worth pivoting to. None of the other Pokemon are really worth it. They don't have any good moves. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can look at the Tentacruel down here just to see what's going on, but we might just be rocking with this Scizor, hoping that somehow, some way it makes it through. That's lovely. Lovely, lovely for sure. Might die before we ever get the chance to test any of this out. So let's see, what was that? Grass Knot, Fire Spin, Shadow Punch, and Horn Leech. Horn Leech not allowed, so I guess we're just rocking with this Scizor because I am not seeing anything worth pivoting to. We just got we have strong Pokemon, like potential strong options, but nothing was randomized to be very good. I forgot about Alakazam. Okay, never mind. We have one more thing to check. I forgot about Zam. Never mind. Okay, luckily I did not give up because Frostlass is also on the board. Wow, this grass is nice with it, and it's level 11. So please, Frostlass, give me something. You can learn level up moves. That's good. That's good. What do you got? Slash, strong move. Wish, banned. Ring Out again, strong move. What is the final one? Unfortunately, only have and Brick Break. So nothing to touch a ghost type is the only thing. You also have a lot of weaknesses. To what? Steel, Fire, Rock, Dark, Ghost. Steel, Fire, Rock, Dark, Ghost. There's 5. You're not weak to fighting anymore. Ghost only has the 2 weaknesses. And Ice has the 4th one I'm not thinking about. Steel, Fire, Rock, Fighting. I just have 1 more weakness. Or is that it? This is just 4. Maybe it's just those 4? Anyways, I don't like the potential of being just shit out of luck against a ghost type. And then we only could have normal and fighting moves initially. But maybe this thing has Scrappy. Maybe this thing has Scrappy. I'm gonna rock with the Scizor. Kind of goes against everything I believe in for this challenge. Rocking with a Pokemon with a 4x weakness, but I will do it nonetheless. Just because this thing has really good stats and a nice ability. And as long as we keep running into singular trainers with, I guess Rampardos could have been an option as well. We would need to see one at level 6. Rock's not the best defensive typing in the world, but it is a mono type at least. If this Rampardos ends up having pretty good moves, I'm going to be a little annoyed. Because we just used up that EXP from that trainer. If we can ever find another one. Rampardos up. There we go. But I want to, you know what, whatever. I would only check it out if it was level 6 because that's when it learns its next move, but it's fine. We're just going to go with it. I kind of forgot about the whole Giratina thing. That is 40 base power coming off of a really bad physical attack stat. So Frenzy Plant is still stronger than Knockoff by a good bit. But Frenzy Plants has to charge, so if you look at 2 turns worth of damage, think about it that way, since Frenzy Plant is basically 2 turns worth of damage at once. So over the course of 2 turns, Knockoff is stronger. So we'll go with that. Not really though. It's not really though. I think Frenzy Plant's still stronger. Yeah, great damage right there. Yeah, okay, yeah, a lot more damage. It was a lot more damage. Giratina must not be very specially bulky, because that did a lot. I know our special attack's a lot better than our physical, and maybe that was just it. Maybe I was doing the math in my head wrong, and Frenzy Plant is just that much stronger than Knockoff. I love when the Mareep traps the kid. Oh man, voice crack. I love when the Mareep traps the kid. It's really funny. Okay, well, oh wow, we actually survived. I don't see us surviving another one. because that is 70 unresisted. That's still 75 after resistance. And our special attack is a lot higher. It could have maybe better physical defense than special, so let's just send it. If it lands the fire blast anyways, it doesn't matter. And we missed. And it hit 5 times. Okay. Just doing everything other than winning the battle. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, come on. I need an attack, not a heal. Not a banned heal. I need an attack. Yeah, so it's safe to say that we are not making it through the first gym. It is just not in the cards. We do not have the attacks for it, unfortunately. Because we're likely not hitting level 21 until the gym battle, so... yeah, unfortunately, just not... it doesn't seem to be in the cards. Hello. Startle me. What's up? Going good. Hi, little Leo. What you doing, buddy? Oh, were you curiously? You curious? Yeah, you sleepy? Need mama to take you outside, go potty? Hello, buddy. Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Okay. That's not good. Primate is freaking jacked and spadef, apparently. And now we're having a face-off of terrible proportions. This is going to be rough. Yeah, we're just going to be sitting here trading very, very ineffective moves against each other. At least that is the one nice thing about this Scizor, is that it doesn't seem like I can be gotten by myself. Because if you're not aware, I lose to imposter Pokemon all the freaking time. I swear, it is such a common occurrence where either imposter, transform, whatever it is, they just get me. I'll be good, looking good to go, and then bam. Opponent transforms into myself, and then I lose all of a sudden. Okay, so Stantler is really fast. Or at least faster than me. But I guess that is the one of the nice things about this Scizor, is that we are not weak to ourselves. Let's see. Can we at least get past the gym trainers? Can we at least make it to Charon? Because I'll be honest, I'm not foreseeing a win here. I'm not. We would have to somehow make it to level 21 and then learn a really good move. Because with the moveset we have right now, we're just not beating a gym. We're gonna have to get kind of lucky. Okay, you have Focus Punch, so as long as you just keep doing that. Or not, and you have Rattled. Cool, cool, cool. So Wobbuffet is fast, apparently. Make note of that. Go for another knockoff. Got a crit, that's annoying, but we got through the first battle at least. Okay, Eevee, I'm gonna hold off. Well, it's tough because obviously Eevee's really weak, so we assume Eevee's not gonna be much of a threat, so I could just heal right here. Oh, are you back? They ate this morning, not dinner though.
Oh.
You going to some din din? You want to have some din din? Go with mama, buddy. Come on. Go with mama. Go.
Mommy.
Go.
Squeak. I know.
Such a little clingy boy. So clingy. I think I'm going to heal here, actually. I'm going to heal on Eevee. Oh, excuse me. Because Eevee's weak. So I think we can... Oh, definitely take it. We're not doing much damage in return, though. No, we are not. Okay, just show me one more weak Pokemon, and there we go. Just got to get through this unencumbered. All right. Okay. So we do make it to the gym leader, actually. That is rather surprising. Really, I really did not think with the combination of Facade and Knockoff we would be able to make it through those trainers. I guess we got lucky that they had some weaker Mons. The question now becomes, can we one-shot all of Charon's Pokemon with Frenzy Plant and not die in the process? Because we have 5 power points on Frenzy Plant. He has 5 Pokemon. Oh, let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And it has Intimidate too. Okay, that's pretty, yeah. I think of all the gym, now granted I do fight Charon more often than any other gym leader, but Charon just always has something on his team. Charon always has something, it feels like. A legend, a pseudo, something. Shoot, there was the one time that Charon had back-to-back Palkias. I killed one of his Palkias and I was like, that was tough. Hopefully the rest are easy, and he sends out a second Palkia in a row. And then what, one time he had a Landorus, Therian, a Garchomp, and a Mewtwo? Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I almost won that battle. I might have, actually. No, I think I lost. I think I lost by getting unlucky. Okay, yeah, no damage there. So, Frenzy Plant, how much are you going to be doing? Not enough. Not enough. I don't think this is going to kill, so we're going to need to do... Facade is just straight up stronger than Knockoff, and now we should be in kill range. Do not want him healing this thing because it's clearly pretty bulky. Did we get a good move here? I mean, it is a move. It's a strong move for sure. It's inaccurate. It does not help us with the grass type, which we are about to lose to, but unfortunately we have been intimidated, so our attack is even lower than normal. Ice Beam would have been so nice right there. Maybe we can get a para off of Thunder. Maybe we can get a para Paralysis. Paralysis, and we can miss. How about that instead? Wow, you were doing some damage with those hurricanes. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Very fun. Can we get a para? No. Lands another hurricane. Can we land a thunder? No, goes for potion. Land the thunder. Paralysis? Nope. Third time's the charm. We at least get a miss. But we miss ourselves. We need to land. And we missed, and they land. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's about what I expected. Man, my back. Goodness, I need a different chair. This chair is not actually very good. It kind of feels like a massive waste of money. This chair is not very good. This chair has too much lumbar support. Like, it has like insane levels of lumbar support. Like, so much lumbar support, it's like pushing me out of the chair. I can't even sit back on it. Just makes my butt slide out from under me because there's so much like arch just pushing up against me. And it's non-adjustable, it's just there. Another really solid round. Would have preferred Jellicent, but we will take a Cacturn. Just awful again. Okay. It's like the insult to injury. It's like the slap in the face of, yeah, you know, we're probably going to lose that, but like miss immediately. Don't even get the chance to do any damage. At least you made that quick and painless. All right, we got to get something good going. It has been... God, I would love Snorlax. I think... Have I used Snorlax at all? I don't think I have. I don't think I've gotten the chance. But we actually got a good moveset. This is a first. We haven't had a good moveset all day, so that's kind of nice. Useless ability. We have Stab on a good physical attack. We're Jolly. actually a respectable Sunflora. And we have super effective damage for the Snorlax we're about to fight, so... Because of the high jump kick and the triple kick, I'm going to call you Bruce. I was going to call him Bruce Lee and just go straight up go with the reference, but I just had a little epiphany. Instead of Bruce Lee, we got Bruce Leaf. And it fits perfectly too. All right, little Sunflora that could. Let's do it. No warning. Can we obliterate you with a high jump kick? Or we can just die to a Draco Meteor. Or that. That works too. I definitely didn't want a Draco Meteoring Snorlax. That wouldn't have been nice. Definitely would not have enjoyed that. Actually, no. I mean, moveset's alright, I guess. Knock ourselves out before he gets to us. Ooh, man. Other than Scizor and kind of Suicune, we have had a really rough go of it today. My god. However, we do have Minimize, which is allowed. That is not banned, so... What is that move? Is it just Black Swan? That movie that like Natalie Portman's in? That's about like, I was Swan, you know, Swan or whatever. What do I want to name you? I don't know. Can you just be Duck? What does it matter? I don't think Duck is going to be taking us to the promised land. Although the stats are not bad. And then the moves are something. Trace is kind of nice. We're definitely going to have to abuse this in order to win this battle because our moves are not that great. But does Trump Card do more damage the less power points it has? I've honestly never used that attack before. Oh, and it doesn't miss. I just realized that it has the that looks like infinite accuracy or something, just a little dash. So that's kind of nice for you, I guess. We got a duck that wants to be a bug. Just getting all sorts of moves. Nah. Too inaccurate. We already got bug type moves. All right, can I get a good pivot here? Something strong. Let's see. What do I want? I don't think I've ever actually called any. I've never made a call before. I've never been like, you know what? This is what I want. This is what we're gonna get. So let me think for a second. You know what? Something that I've been wanting to make work that just hasn't the 2 times I've been given the chance. I want a Zen mode Darmanitan. I've gotten one of those twice. It's really cool because it's always in Zen mode because of the randomizer. Fire psychic type is really cool typing. Has a decent number of weaknesses, but it has a high BST, 540. Good offensive typing if you get stabbed. And it's just kind of cool. Just different. Also a Rotom appliance. Specifically Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan is what I really want. And Sudowoodo is what's on the board. Okay. Next route. But yeah, I really want to use a Rotom Fan. I think I've used one once and it wasn't very good. But if any Pokemon's gonna be good, I feel like it's something like a Rotom Fan. With a combination of good typing, good BST, give it a good ability and some moves, and I think you are off to the races. Typhlosion's certainly a good option. Pressure is pretty nice. I think I like pressure as an ability. Gardevoir, also an option. A little bit weaker. Storm. Oh, actually, I love the fact that we have Trace. I love the fact that we have Trace because now we have the perfect pivot check. We can see exactly what abilities we'd be rocking with. So that's really nice. And a Master Ball. So whenever we know what we want, we don't have to worry about not catching it. All right, this feels like fate. This feels like destiny. Swarm. Okay, we know that is a no-go. Technician, not too bad actually. Now it's on a Kecleon, but Technician is not bad. Musharna, what do you got? Steadfast, I mean, flinching isn't the most fun thing in the world, so it's kind of nice. Granbull, rattled, Come on. Come on. Why are we doing this? Oh, okay. There was not a good option among the bunch. Marvel scale. You might actually make it out of this battle. You might actually win because what? It's a Wurmple we're fighting, but still. I do not see great things coming from this rock and roll. I do not. If we can somehow land an Inferno, maybe. We did get the burn. And we got the W. Endure, no, I'm good. Actually, I kind of goofed there. I forgot we have Endeavor. Endeavor no, not really, no. Doesn't really have a strat to it. Not in this situation. Why did I think Primeape was closer to 500 BST? Like, obviously there's a reason why we got Annihilate, but I thought Primeape was at least like 490. 455 is kind of low. I just can't get comfortable. I need a new chair. I need a new one desperately. This thing is just not it. Hopefully you still have return, because it's a pretty solid move. I didn't really see what level it learned like a move at, so hopefully it didn't somehow forget return in between whichever Pokemon what level we were. Oh, what do I want to know? I'll just call you Angie. Why not? Alright, Angie, what you got? Still has return and has V-Create. Oh my lord. And Psycho Boost. Wow, so we got some big damage. Although we are losing our stats if we use them. We do have big damage. Not the best special attack, but I guess Psycho Boost kind of makes up for it by being really strong. And well, we only have 2 weaknesses in this gen. We're only weak to Psychic and Flying, so not bad. Not bad. I sincerely apologize. This chair is just bothering me right now. Like it's too low. Like it just doesn't work for me. I don't know. I thought it was really comfortable when I tried it out, but like I guess it's got a nice cushion for your butt, but like the lumbar support is just too much. The seat cushion itself isn't deep enough. Like my legs are long, so like it just doesn't feel like it's really supporting me very well. This thing is just I need like a really fancy, I thought this was a really fancy office chair and maybe it's not, but I need like a really fancy one for you tall people, because this is not been it. I feel like return is not going to do any sorts of damage, so we're going to go with Psycho Boost. And that also did no sorts of damage either. Okay. Not doing much. Nah. So what it seems... This thing's decent. It's got, seems like good HP. Solid enough, you know, solid bulk between the HP, defense, and stuff. Fairly quick. Offenses are a little lacking maybe, but we have strong moves at least for now. Or at least, not what I'm trying to say. We do have strong moves. Return will be better, but not right now. Complete opposite of what I was actually trying to say. But return could eventually, you know, get pretty good, depending on how long we actually get this run going. Honestly, if this run somehow gets to a point where, like, I feel like stopping maybe... It seems like it's going well. Maybe potentially I could, like, off screen just run back and forth a bunch and increase my friendship so that we have maxed out returns. So it'll depend on how well this run actually goes. Although, to be real, you probably what I would want to do is max out the return first and then try and do the full run. Because, yeah, that's a solid option. Skun Tank, only one weakness. Because, you know, right now V-Create, Psycho Boost, they do a lot of damage. They hit really hard, but they lower our stats. They don't have the most power points. So, like, if you could get a max power return, you know, nice base 102 power return, it's a very consistent, very strong move to run with. So, we're only seeing Badoos apparently. Ooh, man. All right, speed boost Skun Tank might take the cake though. That might take the cake. That's kind of sick. We only have one weakness. We have an immunity. How many resistances do we have? We resist. Actually, do you have that many resistances? You resist. I'm like looking. What types do we resist? Grass. Is that it? Like, what all does dark resist? Dark resists dark. Okay, we resist dark. We resist ghost. We resist, like I said, we don't resist fighting because of dark. We resist grass. Is that it? Is it just 3? I'm like really failing to come up with any more typings there. We might only have 3 resistances. Ghost, dark, grass, poison. There's this poison. We'll see what other moves it has, but speed boost is certainly really, really tempting. Mirror shot, not that great. Dragon breath, decent. Brian's actually pretty solid. That didn't do the most damage. I was a little worried right there. Brian was about to kill because we were below half. That's tough. That's really tough. Because we only have one more weakness being a fighting type. We only, you know, we're weak to Psychic and Fly, and that's it. Higher BST total on Skun Tank. Speed boost, super good ability. Moves are all right. They're at least kind of, at least have high power points. Not the highest Highest damage, though. Not very high in the damaging department. Can I run into another skun tank? Is that possible? Is that a rare encounter? I just got lucky. It might just be. Shoot, by the time I find a skun tank, I might have maxed out friendship on my my returns. Like, I think the biggest hurdle right now for this primate is the fact that its only spammable move is return. But we need to get returns base power higher if we want to use it consistently. So, I mean, those are all 60, 65 base power moves. Brine becomes stronger the lower the opponent's HP is. Mirror Shot's kind of inaccurate. Dragon Breath is fairly spammable. Paras are pretty nice. I'm just... I see speed boost and I see a Pokemon with only one weakness and I get twitchy. I'm like, that's got to be it. That's got to be... Okay, this one does not have speed boost, so we can at least see that. One of you could be level 11. That'd be kind of cool. You're also not speed boost. Gotta remember what was my rival's starter Pokemon? What did they start with? I'm so bad about paying attention to what they had. Shoot, what did I start with? My good lord, my memory is just atrocious. What did I start with is a great question. What was my first Pokemon? I pivoted over to Primate. God. Just absolute worst memory in the world. I don't know. We'll find out whenever we go to battle Hugh. We will see what he's got. I'm gonna take the speed boosting skunk. What do I want to nickname the skunk? That was a question. What are you holding? Stone plate? Can't take advantage of that. Oh, oh my word. Holy, look at that stat distribution. That is something. Turns out calling this thing Nas was correct. Hate that it's a lowered speed nature. Because this thing is this thing is all gas, no brakes. My word. Just a demon. All right, well, Nas, I have great hopes for you. I certainly do. Unfortunately, we are going to have to overcome the hurdle of the fact that we are going to be at least 3 levels underleveled versus our rival. Because I most likely am only going to get up to level 9 here. If we run into something strong, we might get to level 10, but we are going to be underleveled for sure going into the rival fight. Okay, yeah, that is certainly something strong. We at least have Dragon Breath. Now, our defensive stats are pretty low, but I think our HP is solid, so we might live more hits than we think. I think Aqua Ring is banned, so yeah. I think, well, I mean, I already got rid of it, so it doesn't really matter, but let's see. Banned moves. The following moves are banned. Healing moves of any kind. Okay, that's what I thought. That is a healing move of some kind. Okay, so we did at least get to level 10. We're still going to be 2 levels below our rival. Really, with a Pokemon like this, you really need the strongest moves you can get. Like, we need to learn the strongest special moves that exist if we want to make this thing work. All right, remind me, Hugh, what did you have as your starter? What was on the menu? Wurmple, okay. Shouldn't be too scared of that. Shouldn't be too scared of that. I think Brian is technically stronger, right? 60 versus 65, yeah. All right, I really have I have some high hopes right now. I have some high hopes for Nas. Like this stat distribution, speed boost, we learned some better moves. I mean, our moves are solid. But like we learned some really good moves. Whew, this thing could be dangerous. Could be dangerous. Situations like that, though, are where things are kind of scary. So if we don't end up doing that much damage and they do a lot of damage back, well, I mean, yeah, well, we're kind of screwed. So here's to hoping we don't deal with any of that. Rage powder, that is a no. We just need a solid, like, Dark Pulse. Give me Dark Pulse. That would be a move right there. Give me Dark Pulse. Give me Sludge Wave. Give me Ice Beam. You know, give me one of those moves. Shoot, we are facing nothing but heat right now. My word. Grab this item, right? I grabbed that. Yes, I did. All right, so I'm pretty hopeful that this gun tank is actually going to make us take us through this first gym. I'm really hopeful this thing is about to put in the work. Good. I mean, our defensive stats are abysmal, but our HP is pretty dang good. I think our HP might actually be our best stat. So we'll take hits better than we probably should be. Another Deoxys. Whoa. Come on, Nas, lock in. You gotta learn some better moves here, bud. We need some better move. No. I don't want to be too ungrateful. We got fine moves. Moves are fine. Carbos, make ourselves even faster. There we go. Got an Oranberry equipped, and now it is time, good old time for the first gym. As always, thank you much, Clyde. Thank you for supplying us with some fresh water. That's kind of annoying. Come on, Nas, you got it. There we go. Regice down. We're decent on HP. Ooh, Magnezone. Okay, we do have we have Brian at least. That's really unfortunate. Oh, you also have speed boost. Hello, how are you? Do we have any way of healing that? We have one paralyzed heal. We are faster than it initially, so after we should be fine to not get paralyzed again. I was about to say I'm pretty sure Secret Power can paralyze, so I didn't want to speak too soon. Give me something easy to heal on. Palkia is not quite what I was imagining when I said easy to heal on. Okay, yeah, big damage from the Octazooka right there. Lowers my accuracy, and we go into the fight at lower HP than I would have liked. So that's not ideal. Those Pokemon were not ideal to take on. Now we only have our potions and some Oran berries, so we got to get a little lucky here with what Pokemon he has. Shellos is certainly a good start. Build up some speed boosts while we heal. Okay, we're at least faster than everything that could possibly come out here now. we might lose to a Pidgeotto right here, though. Please do not land. Oh, we actually got the KO. Were we... Maybe we were either in brine range where it was like double damage, or we got a high roll. Of course you have a fucking Kaizo. It's like I said in the last battle. Charon always has something. Every single battle, it feels like Charon always has something. And of course, freaking Kyogre. Get a para, come on. That's fine, I guess. Just please get paralyzed once, just one time, or not. Cool. Yeah, that's fun. Always something. There's always something. Well, at least we don't have to fight a Groudon. Why can I not come up with a Absol nickname to save my life? Because I was thinking about, you know, how Absol is like cursed, like the whole, you know, it's disaster or whatever. And then I'm thinking about curses, which made me think about JJK, which made me think about it's a female, Nobara. I don't know. This thing is not that great. It's really fast. Unfortunately, lowered speed nature, has a lot of HP, decent moves. We're not going to be heavy slamming this thing for any type of damage, but we do have tinted lens. It just set up the sun, so the searing shot might actually do decent damage. It is still faster than me, and we didn't do that, but we got a burn. Okay. Didn't matter. Just why didn't he just go for that before and just kill me? Okay, that was, I would have preferred the Milotic, but I'll take a Roserade. I will take a Roserade. Don't like having to fight a Zapdos, but I'll take it. Huh. What do I want to call you? I know that Cynthia is obviously, you know, Garchomp is her whole thing, but like, I still do think of Roserade when I, you know, Cynthia, Roserade's female, whatever. We'll just go with it. Cynthia as a Roserade, why not? Defiance. Not the best move on us because we're not or the ability, I should say. Not the best ability because we're not a physical attacker, but... we'll just keep going for that. But I guess after, well, what, how does, Defiant gives you a 2. Defiant increases your attack by 2, right? Because typically if a Pokemon is Defiant, when you intimidate it, it goes down by 1 and then goes up by 1. So we were at what, +6 right there after 3 sand attacks. You know what I just thought about? This thing probably doesn't learn any level up moves. Nope. Because it is a stone evolution, so it does not learn any level up moves. Or they're inconsistent. Some stone evolutions learn like 2, maybe 3 level up moves. Some of them learn nothing. I think later gens, they might learn a little bit more depending on what they are, but Roserade is unfortunately not one of the lucky ones, and we are stuck with these moves unless we pivot. Which, of course, we're going to be doing. Even though Roserade's a very good Pokemon, not being able to learn any more moves is not ideal. Nincada only learns 8 level up moves. That's not very many. It's not very many. So I guess we're at least rocking with the Roserade until we get to the ranch. But for now, I think we got it. I mean, Searing Shot's a pretty strong move. We have a really good special attack. Should at least be able to get through these 2 trainers. I just hate putting so much EXP on a Pokemon that we pivot off of. Like, we're going to be, what, close to level 13 right here? And then we're going to have to change to something, most likely something that is a little bit lower level. And my lower back, goodness. I gotta stretch real quick. Ooh. It just kind of like happened, you know? I'll be honest, I can tell. I can just tell I'm off my game today. I am off of it today. But that's all right. We'll figure it out. Some days are better than... and I can't... try and get inspirational and then I trip on my words. Some days are better than others. You just gotta get through the rougher ones and then get on to greener pastures, as they say. Audino could be interesting. Obviously, it's not the highest BST in the world, but there's like nothing else. So maybe I give Audino, of all things, a shot. Like everything else in here is just a little baby. Or we go Sock. Speedy, heart stamped. Solid move. It's got some speed to it. It's a pretty solid attack. A little bit higher BST than Audino. And if we go with Sock, we get to make funny jokes the entire run, so why not? We'll go catch a Sock, and you know what? I'll just go ahead and reveal it now. We're going to call it These Nuts. Is that childish? Is that overplayed? Probably. We're going to do it anyways. considering the fact that it's a rarer encounter too, it seems like maybe we can find one at level 11. That'd be kind of nice. But I want to scout out Audino just real quick, just to see what it has. And I'm going to say not much. Our physical attack's not that great, and it took a pretty good amount of damage from that horn attack, so I want to say no. Flygon is also here on the route. Oh, that's so tough. That's so tough. Just can't do it though. Trying to psych myself up and say I can, but I can't. 520 BST is really nice. It's really strong. Dragon Ground is a cool typing, but 4 times weak to ice is just a no-go. Alright. Trace. So the last one didn't have Trace. Trace is weird because it could be really good because like what if we trace Moxie or Huge Power or something like that, you know, trace something Pure Power, like you trace a really good ability, but you could also go into a battle and trace Truant or Defeatist or, you know, some other not too great ability. So maybe I try and get a different sock. Or I just freaking die. All right. Nope. 550 BST is one of the highest we're going to run into, but unfortunately 4 times weak to rock. Terrible stat distribution, my word. That stat distribution is terrible. That is really bad. Like, one singular hit of Rock Blast might KO us. Like, just the first hit of Rock Blast might actually KO us. One saving grace is we do have early Dragon Rage, which is kind of cool. Actually, you know what? So Night Slash is stronger. They have pretty similar offensive profiles, both being good against Ghost and Psychic. Night Slash is a little stronger, can't miss, higher crit rate. I'm gonna say no to Shadow Punch. Like, if this thing's Spadef and speed were flipped around, if it had 7 Spadef and 37 speed, maybe you could make this thing work, but yeah, no. We're so slow. That is ridiculous. We're not getting through battles with that. About died to a Macargo. I think I'm going to... You know what, actually, I'm going to catch a Macargo. I'm going to try and get a level 6 Macargo. You're probably thinking, why would you do that? Why not just keep with the Volcarona? Maybe try and pivot later. Well, that's because of the sheer fact, Macargo... I mean, what if it has Water Absorb? Granted, it's still 4 times weak to ground, but... Well, actually, never mind. I talked myself out of it because I forgot for a second that it has 2 4 times weaknesses, not just 1. So I was like, oh, Water Absorb. Maybe Macargo potentially could be decent. Had a stab move on it, but nah, still 4 times weak to something. You know, Levitate would help with 1, but then we'd still be 4 times weak to water, blah, 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 blah. So we'll just try and get this Volcarona through to the next few routes and see if there's a better pivot. Lepra, that is a pretty nice... Oh my god, it is faster than us at level 3. Do not die to this thing, come on. That is wild. Come on, no. Don't... Yeah, I swear to god, if I die to a freaking wild Zubat... Okay, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I don't even know if we're going to be able to make a pivot. Like, we genuinely might, we might just die before we even find anything. We are so slow and just so weak. Got 2 choice scarfs. And I think even if this Volcarona could wear both of them, it still would be the slowest thing on the field. Okay, Swampert. Hello, hello. Ice Beam is a really solid move. Wing Attack is going to kill us. Well, I'd rather not lose the run to a wild Pokemon, so let's try and catch the Swampert, and we'll pivot on the fly. We at least see some decent moves. And who knows, maybe we have Sapsipper. Maybe we have the world's best Swampert. Who knows? Magic Bounce is decent. We have a very offensive build. Mixed attacker, decent speed, not very bulky. Hello again. Hello again. Okay. Are y'all gonna hang out in here with me? Are y'all gonna hang out in here with me again? Yeah. Have y'all been good boys? Yeah. Y'all been good boys. And we also have Sketch, so if we run into something that has a really good move, we can take it. And magic bounce is kind of nice. Actually, magic bounce is pretty nice because if anything tries to thunder wave us, will-o-wisp us, glare, spore, stun spores, all that, we can bounce them right back. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Yeah. A little occupied. Okay. See you when you get back. I wonder, with Sketch, how should we go about this? Like, it's risky because part of me wants to say like, oh, we can run around in the grass and try and run into a Pokemon and see if they have a really cool move we can copy. But then if I do that, I could run into something that has freaking grass or Frenzy Plant, and then I just die. So maybe we just wait until the opportune moment we see something that is worth taking. I was just thinking, what we really need is we need something for steel types. We don't have a great move for steel types. So we need something fire, ground, something like that. Best Extra, what's up, what's up? How's it going? How you doing today? Nice, very nice. Glad to hear that. Ryder, what you doing down there, buddy? You just laying down there on the floor? Alright, let's try and stretch out the gluteus maximus again. And get a good stretch going through my leg. What am I doing? I'm doing the Kaizo IronMon challenge in Pokemon White 2. So I am trying to beat this game with a laundry list of incredibly unfair rules working against me. That is the general gist of what we got going on. Okay, Dustox, you took that pretty well. Yeah, it's very painful. Today has not been the best day either. Not been very lucky. Looking at our stats, we're one minor grass move away from just perishing. Like probably an absorb will do us in. Our Spadef is pretty bad. So as confident as I would like to be with this Swampert here, because I mean, overall it is a solid Swampert. It's fast, good, mixed attacker, good ability, solid moves. As confident as I would like to be in this thing, unfortunately, a 4x weakness is just not gonna work, unfortunately. Over the course of the run, we are guaranteed to run into something that we cannot kill and has a grass move. Like it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, it is just the nature of this. We can hope and pray that it doesn't, but there's a lot of Pokemon to fight throughout this game, a lot of randomized moves. Unfortunately, it is probably on the table. Least favorite rule. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, it's probably the rule that makes this the hardest is the fact that once you go into a gym, you cannot leave. So the fact that, like, when you go into it, you only have one Pokemon, you only have a certain number of moves. You have to go, once you enter a gym, you have to beat it or lose. You cannot leave. I'd say, I guess that's my least favorite rule, just because it is the most challenging rule, I think. Because, I mean, I almost always lose my runs. I mean, I guess probably not true, but like, the toughest part of the runs is the fact is gyms. And I guess dungeons to a certain extent are pretty similar. At least with dungeons, like caves and stuff, like you can leave, you just can't go back in them. But like gyms is like, you can never leave unless you win. So I guess I would say that's my least favorite rule, just because it makes it really difficult. Also, the whole randomized items, you can only use healing kind of thing, or that you're given. That one's pretty restrictive as well, because you get a lot of runs where you're just like, have no heals. But that one's probably not as bad as the one-shotting gyms. So like this right here, I just went into a gym. I cannot leave until I win, so we just got to do it to it and hope that we can succeed, because I don't think I've beaten Sharon. Yeah, I think I've lost to him, what, 3 times today, so we would like to win our first badge of the day. That'd be kind of nice. If I could grab a good move in the process, that would also be a big plus. Okay. Snarl is... Nah, it's only 55 base power. Don't jump the gun, don't jump the gun. Don't need Snarl. We can wait for a better move. I would say preferably a special move. We are a mixed attacker, so we can make physical moves work as well, but I think special moves are just generally better to have. It's just better to be a special attacker. Oh, I mean, yeah. It's very hat hair right now, so it's very matted down to my head. So, doesn't look the best at the moment, but, you know, did get a haircut recently. Mainly for the sides. I mainly get a haircut just to keep the sides short, just because my hair, when it gets longer, instead of going down over my glasses, it just goes straight out for some reason. So it doesn't just fall and hang straight over my glasses. It just kind of like sticks out. Looks like I have wings or something. So I like to keep my, my hair on the side pretty short. Oh, hello, Cobalion. That is not good. This is not ideal because we cannot hit you. I guess I can hit you for neutral damage with wing attack. I can do that at least. And it took my damn Wormberry. That's really rude. Did I get a crit last time? I must have gotten a crit and didn't realize it. Shoot, that did a lot of damage. I don't want to go into the gym too low, but we're going to be taking residuals from Magma Storm. Goodness, this is a little bit dicey, We're taking residual from Magma Storm. They land another Magma Storm. We are not in great shape. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to win the battle. I'm going to equip an Oranberry. When we go into the gym, we'll heal off a little bit with the Oranberry. Hopefully he leads off with something weak and we can take advantage and heal. Because I think if I heal there and he lands another Magma Storm, like we're just kind of screwed. We're not in a good position if that happens. All right, Sharon, take it easy on me, please. Do not have another freaking Crazymon. Cast form, Sun form is not the best thing we want to see. Of course, you have a grass type move. This is a Pokemon that is a... Why I got really loud right there for a second. Sorry about that. So Cast Form, Sun Form is his ace. If you look at the tracker up there, it says Cast Form F, level 20. This thing's level 17. It went for Needle Arm, and it did not populate Cast Form's tracker up there with Needle Arm. This is a Pokemon with Disguise. Or not Disguise. What's it called? Zoroark's ability? Not Imposter, not Disguise. Illusion. This is an Illusion Mon. So... we go for Ice Beam and hope that it's... Well, actually, how much did that do? We were at 27. I healed 20, so that did, what, 24 points of damage right there. So I'm going to heal with a Freshwater. Goes for it again. Go for the Ice Beam. Hopefully it is super effective. And it was a Metatite. Okay, so it wasn't super effective, but it at least was weak. I got real suspicious right there. I was like, I saw the Needle Arm go off and it didn't populate up there in the tracker. And I was like, what's going on here? And I saw the level, looked at the level on the screen. I was like, yeah, this is not what it seems. There's an imposter among us. And of course, a Deoxys. Very nice, very cool. Love that, love that. Got one shot though. And now for you, the actual ace. Guess we go Wing Attack. Ah, that did a lot. That did a lot. I don't like that. That was a crit. Thankfully, we gotten him pretty low. Is he in healing range? He was not, and we get the KO. Okay. Tiny bit dicey, but we did make it out alive. And finally, for the first time today, got a gym badge. And we got Calm Mind from Sharon. That has potential. That has potential. Calm Mind increases our best offense. Now, our attack is our best offensive stat. But with Ice Beam, special attack is our best offensive stat because that's our best move. Calm Mind can increase our special attack and bolster our rather poor Spadef. So now, granted, it all depends if I can actually learn Calm Mind. And Drill Peck is not something we can utilize because it's not technically the TM that Sharon gave us. Same with you. So can I actually learn Calm Mind though? No, I cannot. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. That's unfortunate. Actually, you know what? That might right there be my least favorite rule. The rule that TMs are only 50% compatible. Like, you can only teach a TM to a Pokemon that you get from a gym leader. So you only get 8 TMs throughout the game to begin with. I understand the whole point of Kaizo IronMon is to make things unfair to the point of making it difficult. But like with only 8 shots, like 50% TM compatibility, like there's a 50-50 chance you can actually learn the TM. Maybe that's a little too restrictive. Maybe you could just make all TMs that you get from gym leaders like, oh, you can learn that, you beat a gym, you get a reward, good job. But oh well. Beggars cannot be choosers, and we live to fight another day. Overheat. That does raise a fair question. Once we get really high level, we could kind of do some scouting to see if we want to sketch a move. So like, what if this thing also has flamethrower? Has double hit, so we're not going to take that. Overheat's a really strong move, really good, but don't want to lower my special attack, so I'm not going to go with that. And refresh. Okay. So unless we wanted to trace overheat, nothing else there is worth our time. So what else is on that route? Cargo, right? It had Bug Buzz I mean, those are decent moves, Bug Buzz and Power Gem, but they don't help us with steel types. We need a fire type, or preferably like Earth Power. Earth Power would be great, or Earthquake. Take either or. So maybe you have one of those too? No, meditate. Guard swap, okay. We will find something to take a good move off of. We will do it. I will be yoinking a ground type move. I will do it. What about you little guys on this route? Any moves worth taking? Kind of meant to stay in that battle a little bit longer, but that's okay. We're not messing around with that. No, we are not. I mean, Judgment is a really solid move. Granted, it's, does not help us at all with steel types, but it's a good move is the thing. It's just a really strong move. And outside of a handful of types, it's really spammable. That's one of those things where I could save sketch and come back later. Like say down the line, we just happen to learn Earth Power by level up. We get rid of Wing Attack. We come back and learn Judgment. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a solid move. Sacred Fire is also a very solid move. Zubat actually has a pretty... Actually, what am I... I was just asking for a move that's good against steel types, and that's Sacred Fire. And we can rock physical moves. We are capable of doing it. My big aversion to that is, or aversion, not adversion. My biggest aversion to that is it has low power points and it can miss. Like I'd just rather run flamethrower if I was going to run a fire type move. Immensely more power points, only 5 base power lower. The burn chance is fine. So we will try something else. Oh, great Delibird, what do you have? Low sweep would also help with Swords Dance. And quick attack. Okay. Might have ran into everything down here, so let's go check the ranch. P-Dove, I believe you are found your way home. You're not supposed to be here, and yet you are. Hello. I have no clue what I'm saying sometimes. Sometimes words just start coming out, and I'm along for the ride just like y'all are. Oh, hi, little Lee. What you doing? Hyper Voice is also a really solid move, so that is another potential take right there. I mean, might as well just take Judgment if you're going to take one of them. Come on, little bird. Show me a, that is not it. Okay. I just realized I'm binded by this thing. So I'm gonna need it to let me go. What's Leo? What you doing, buddy? And there was a Rotome in the grass. I'm gonna move on. Not gonna sit here for too long. We will find a move when we find a move. Finding all sorts of herbs and spices over here. Power herb, mental herb. All right, do my little item gauntlet. We got a Helix fossil. That might be good luck. That might be good luck. It is not necessarily an item we want, but Lord Helix is now with us, and I gotta believe that counts for something, right? Alright. Get ye old workers activated so we can battle them. And ignore you for a second. Technically, ever so technically, we could choose to pivot in here in the good old complex. There actually are Pokemon that pretty high level here. Spiritomb would be kind of cool. No weaknesses. Obviously, I'm not actually going to pivot because the Swampert's pretty solid, but it is an option. There are... Ooh, I don't know, though. I don't know. Togekiss is really good. Togekiss is really good. Now, I don't know. I think the highest level you can find Pokemon in here is like 21, maybe 22 in the dark grass. There's a 20. It's like, there's just no way I can pivot, right? Like, even if I were to say find one of these at 22, there's no way I can give up this Swampert, right? There's a 21 on the Garchomp. Unfortunately, Garchomp is slow start, so sucks to suck. I just feel like there's no way I can... I won. It looks like it's only at level 17, but how would I give up the Swampert? There's a 20. Mike, that's so tough. Oh, actually, never mind. Okay. It just made my decision for me. It cannot learn any level it moves, so never mind. I forgot it's a stone evolution. So never mind. We are good. We are good. We'll pass on that. We'll keep rocking with Big Aga, Big Helga. Yeah, thinking about it with our moveset, we really do want a ground type move. That would really help us with steel and fire. Shadow Ball is pretty nice, though. That is pretty nice. Venomoth is thick. Should probably note that before it goes away. Venomoth at least has good HP. We at least know it's bulky in some way. Whether that's defense or HP, we can mark it off. Also quite the thick lad. Also thinking about it, would sketching protect be worth anything? Could protect be useful? I swear, I don't think the Swampert has learned a single, like, even remotely decent move on level up. I feel like every move has been some kind of useless status move. Like, luckily this thing started with some decent moves, because it has learned nothing by level up. Spatial Rend, also a very solid move, very strong. Do I take Eruption? Do I take Eruption? It is 150 base power at max. We're pretty fast, so we should most likely be getting off Eruption. At least I assume we're pretty fast. We should be getting off Eruptions before most other Pokemon. It only has 5 power points though, which is a little bit not ideal. Doesn't necessarily help us with fire types like I want a ground type move for though. But Eruption's just it's just a solid move. It's just a strong, solid move. I feel like I gotta take it. I feel like I gotta take it. Oof. All right, Sketch has now been utilized. We now have Eruption to help us out with the steel types. Also, oh well, actually no, we don't need. We have Ice Beam. We don't need help with the grass grass types. So I guess fire is really our only difficult type to handle right now. All we have is Wing Attack. But hey, I'm confident we can at least learn. Let's learn Scald. How about that? Let's learn. Come on. Lock in, dude. Lock in. Let's learn Scald. That's what we need for fire moves. We need Stab, Scald. Yeah, I think taking Eruption was a really good idea. That is just a really strong delete button right now. Right now, I wish more than ever that I could learn Calm Mind. Just get rid of Wing Attack and use Calm Mind. Now, Calm Mind is counterintuitive to Eruption because you have to take hits, but tis what it is. I do believe we are ready for the second gym. We've gathered every item we can. We've beaten all the trainers we can. So we got all the EXP we need. We're going to get a freshwater from Clyde. So we're not the best on heals at the moment. We have 2 Oran berries and we have 2 potions. Yeah, no, we're not in the greatest position for heals, but we at least get 1 fresh water, so let's send it. I'm glad we were fully healed because I didn't really check the power points on my moves. I just kind of went for it, so I'm glad we seemingly are good to go. Oh, I'm starting to believe. I am starting to believe. I am starting to have hope. I'm starting to think this is possible. Okay, wow. Took that eruption and then shell smashed in my face. And okay, thankfully you got greedy. Thankfully you got greedy, because that, who knows, that could have potentially been pretty bad, pretty bad. Do I use an eruption on a Cricketoon? I feel like I should save it. I think I should just wing attack. Yeah, okay. Good call, good call. Has some decent HP the way that that bar dropped. Cricketoon has decent HP because it went down kind of slow, you know. That is an indicator that Pokemon has good HP when the bar is a little bit slower than normal. Luckily, it seems that Roxy has nothing but fodder on her team. Okay, never mind. That did a lot. That did a lot. Wow. She's gonna heal, but I'm not gonna waste a heal. She's probably... I think we should be able to two-shot at least. Actually, no, she can't heal. She's locked in Thrash. Never mind. And Gloom, Gloom, Gloom. We go for the Ice Beam, and we get the one-shot. Okay. Roxy was rather easy. That Thrash actually did a lot of damage. I mean, we have pretty good defense and solid HP. Like, that Thrash did a lot. So, Electabuzz might have a really good attack. Vine Whip is a no-go. Normally, I would push it to try and get through Castelia City in the third gym. You know, when we're on a run, I like to keep it going. I like to keep persevering and moving forward, but I think I'm just going to clear out this whole Team Plasma bit right here, and we will save Castelia City for the next time we we'll save Castelia City and all that for the beginning of our next stream. I at least want to get a feel for how good this Swampert actually is in between streams. You have 3 hours to do Tortuga resets. Well, why the... I cannot talk today. Why the time limit? Also, Roost, what up, what up? How's it going? Why the time limit? Take on another bet? Sleeping? Okay. Gotcha. How many resets are you deep into that hunt? So that clears out Team Plasma right there. And what I'm going to do actually is pull out one of our mates in the box, or I guess our singular mate. We're going to teach you cut, and then we're going to go grab an item. 1350, very nice, very nice. It's good pace right there. Much better pace than I am on for any of my hunts. My hunts have been lagging behind. I have not been very diligent recently. Oh man. But unfortunately, I'm going to call it a day. I did start stream a little bit early today, so I've already been going for about 3 hours. So I'm not going to push it anymore. We're going to take a little break. We're going to take a little rest. Check out what our base stats are looking like with the Swampert right here, and then we'll come back next time and try and finally defeat Berg for the 4th time. Only beaten Berg 3 times before this, so we have desperately been needing a savior to get us past Berg again, and it is looking like the Swampert could be it. So I'm going to call it an evening here. As always, thanks to everyone for tuning on in, coming on out. I always appreciate everything. I never knew how to do outros, but I'm going to go, and I will try and see y'all tomorrow. I haven't been streaming as much the last few weeks. By as much, I mean none. So I'm going to try and stream a bit more this week than normal. So I will see everyone again tomorrow.